Hey, uh, hello. I was going to say good morning, but not everybody watches these in the morning. So today is a little bit of a mixeroo. We're going to move around a little bit. I'm not going to use my timer again today. I'm probably going to use it next week because I'm kind of creating a different kind of structure. But nonetheless, I have a 3 pound weight. Mine happens to be a ball. It's filled with sand. It's really good for working grip strength. I really enjoy it. And then I have a block there, and I also have a larger weight. I have two options and just one of each. I have an 8 pound and then a 10 pound weight. I apologize in advance for my dog that's barking upstairs because she wants to harm a cat that's outside of the window, and I don't know how to control her. Let's move on. So we're gonna start on down on the map. Where something I can mildly control, which is what I do with my time. So I have my weight, my 3 pound weight. 2 or 3, I think, would be ideal. It doesn't have to be circular, so it's fine if you don't have one. And then my block down here. And use a mat if you need one, by the way. We're just going to start down on the hands and knees first. Do a bit of a warm up. Oh my gosh. Okay. So knees together. P.S. Let this be like if you're thinking about getting a puppy. Just every time you hear my dog bark, maybe that should be information about whether or not you should do it. Okay, let's round the spine. And arch. And round. And arch. And just go at your own pace here. Take some nice deep breaths. Roll through the spine. Notice how it feels. Try and relax your head. Spread the fingers apart so you can use them into the floor or the mat. One more each way because this feels nice. And then we're going to make our way back together. Back to center. And I'm going to go side to side. So I'm going to bring my hips to the left as I look to the left. So that feels like a stretch through my right side. And then my hips to the right as I look to the right. See what you see. Maybe you see your tush or your foot or the side of the room. Use your eyes. And again, one more each way. And then come back to the center. And I'm going to bring my hands a little bit more narrow. And I'm going to bring my right hand central and my left arm out to the side, like so. And I'm just going to bend my arm and make a little bit of a circle. As I make this circle with my left arm, I'm just kind of pushing into my right hand in order to help my left arm move around a little bit more. And then I'm going to switch. Left arm down, right arm bent. I'm just going to make some circles here. I'm pushing down with my left hand as I reach around the room with my right elbow. One more. And then I'm coming back again. I'm going to bring that right hand slightly right of center, left arm out to the side. And now I'm just going to lift and maybe come up a little bit higher than the line of my shoulder. And lift again. And I'm going to start to follow my fingertips with my eyes. Separate your knees if you feel like that's a better choice. And again. And then I'm going to go over to the other side. Right arm out. Lift a little bit. Naturally come up maybe a little higher each time. Again. Come all the way down. Bringing the right hand back to center, bringing the left arm out to the side. This time I'm just going to bring the arm out straight from the shoulder, plug the right shoulder in, plug the left shoulder in, and draw the abdominals in. And I'm holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm down. Other side, right palm down, plug both shoulders in, lengthen through the spine. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come all the way down. From here, I'm going to do just a couple more things in this position. Right hand under the chest. Left hand is going to grab that 3 or 2 pound weight. Elbow is going to come right in towards my ribs. And I'm going to extend my arm by my side. I'm going to keep my palm up. If palm up isn't comfortable for you, do something else with your palm. Bend, extend. Just a quick note about this left shoulder. A lot of times when people extend, they bring their shoulder all the way forward and knock out all of their alignment. Just stay where your shoulder is. Plug it in and then fully extend the arm right by your side. We're going to do 3 more. And 2. And 1. And then I'm going to bring that ball down, the weight down. And then again, now the left arm is coming a little bit central. I'm going to bend my right arm in by my side and extend. And extend. I'm going to continue to try and find that sort of neutral feeling spine. Reaching forward through the crown of the head and back through the sits bones. Last 4 here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then put the ball or the weight down. Hands under shoulders. Spread the fingers. Push down through the palms and the fingers. We're going to move down to a little bit of leg work. Stretch one of your legs out. I'm going to start with my right. Toes are down. Belly is in. Lift the right hip up and then bring it down so you feel like it's in line with your left hip. Push the ground away and bring the leg up. Draw the abdominals in as you stretch the heel towards the wall behind you. Hold here. Little pulse up. Small movement. See if you can keep that leg nice and straight. Find the tush. Wake up the tush. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Other side. Extend the opposite leg. Toes begin down. Lift the chest. Find all that good length. Once you lengthen out through the spine, you can lift the leg. Just hold for a second. Lift the left hip up and then bring it down so you feel like it's in line with the right. Make the leg even straighter and reach the heel to the wall behind you. Little pulse up. 10, 9, 8. Nothing else is moving right now. 7. The spine is long. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring the leg all the way down. Okay, I just want to remind you that my puppy is still barking. Let's put the 2 together. Hands maybe slightly more narrow. You can decide. Stretch the right leg out. Toes start down. Actually, I'll do the opposite so you can just see what I'm doing. Left leg out, right arm straight out to the side. You can keep your weight out there and add it in if all of this goes well. I'm going to do the first one without the weight. The leg and the arm. And then lower down. I'm going to add the weight. The weight really changes it. It's a lot to pick up, in my opinion, for the back and the abdominals. Last 4. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And then come on down. Switch. Opposite sides. Weight or no weight, find the length through the spine. Make sure your hips are fairly even with one another. I'm going to do my first arm lift without the weight so I can find all that good length. And then I'm going to add the weight in. And yeah, one side is easier than the other. For this side, this combo is a little easier for me. Last 3. And 2. 1 more. all the way down. Let's just take a quick little break. However, whatever a break means for you. For me, it means twist my wrists a little bit. They don't hurt, but it's kind of nice. Okay, and we're going to come back one more time to this position. I'm not using the ball. I'm not using anything. I'm going to do a modified plank with my hands as wide as my shoulders. I'm going to draw the abdominals in. Imagine I'm lifting away from the floor, plant my fingertips down, press through the whole hand. 6 wide push-ups. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. I'm going to walk back, come all the way up with the arms, push the pelvic, the whole pelvis forward a little bit, relax the shoulders, a really nice, it almost feels like an arch for me. I'm lifting my chest. And then arms come out nice and wide. You can bring your thumbs behind your tush, fingers to the floor, deep chest stretch. If you can't get your fingers together behind your tush, you can always grab something like your magic circle, a yoga band, a strap, and hold on quite close to get that stretch across the chest. And then come back around. Let's walk out, and I'm going to do another modified push-up series, a little different this time. Make sure you have support under your knees. If I don't have my mat down here, I'm sorry, my knees are not loving being on the cement. Okay, adjustment done. So we're coming back to our modified plank. The way that I'm changing this one, you can continue doing it if this is the best for you. I'm going to extend one leg, not the other. My left knee is down, my right leg is straight. 6 here. 6, 5, 4. Ooh, it's a lot harder. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to walk my hands back. Of course, you realize we have to do the other side if you've just joined me. And I'm going to go right for it. Come on back out. So now I'm keeping my right knee down and my left leg is straight, long through the spine, and 6, 5, woohoo, 4, 3, 2, one more, and then come all the way down. I don't want to talk about my dog too much, but throughout the pandemic, I pray for a quiet house. Everyone's been home. This is one of these rare moments where everyone is gone but me. And see what's happening? Okay. I'm gonna pause this video for a second and put my dog into a bedroom because I can't listen to her bark for this whole class. Hold on. Okay. All right, let's make our way up to stand. I don't know if she's gonna stop barking, but we'll see. No, I don't need this, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna grab my 8-pound weight, just one. Just one. Okay. Ridiculous. And we're going to start just holding one of the weights. I have it right now in my right hand. As always, please make adjustments as we move along, okay? Regardless of what it is, you always know what's right for you better than I do, okay? So feet, I'm going to bring the heels together and the toes apart. And I'm going to keep the weight in my right hand, pull my head back, stand nice and tall, kind of drive the feet down. And I'm just going to shift to the side. I'm reaching my left knuckles down, and my right weight is creeping up my hip. And then I'm going to go slightly beyond where I started in the other direction. So it's a little bit like a standing side crunch. And after this set, if my dog is still barking, I'm going to put her in the bathroom. I was kind and I put her in the bedroom, that it looks like kindness is not the route that I will take next. After that, I don't know, what? Like, do I shove a sock down her throat? What happens next? Only you will know. This exercise video can turn into a bit of evidence. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna hurt my dog. Okay, I'm gonna do one more here. And then come back to the center, and let's come over to the other side, okay? So this is kind of the basis of an exercise that I learned as being the suitcase carry. When we pick up something inside of our exercise space, a weight that's heavier than we would normally pick up, something that, like every time we go on vacation, it's really common for people to kind of pull a muscle in the neck or the back because we're carting around these terribly heavy things. But that's just what life is like, and that's why I think it's really good to practice picking up heavier weights, what we're using to sustain that heavier weight, how we go about it. We don't always have to pick up a 35-pound bag, but every once in a while we probably will, right? Whether we want to believe that or not, that it's going to be that heavy. I'm just doing one more. And then I'm coming back to center, okay? This was 8. I'm going to we'll do a little thing in the middle, bring the weight right to the chest, pull it in, lift the chest towards the weight, and lift the heels, and then lower down, and lift the heels, and lower down. Just 8 more. 8, 7, squeeze the thighs in towards one another, and the tush, squeeze the tush. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come down with the heels, and then bring the weight down. I'm going to go right to a 10. I'm putting my 8 down, and I'm going right to a 10, and we're doing the same exercise. Now, when you pick up a heavier weight from the ground, bend your knees. Try and keep your weights in a place that isn't straining to pick them up. That's why they make stands for weights, or you can keep them on a table or a chair or a bed, whatever's in your space, okay? So now I've got this slightly heavier weight, not very much. I like to make a fist with the opposite hand. So I have kind of like a phantom job to do with this other hand. And this is the foundation of picking up heavy weights. Just stand here for a second with your heavier weight. I feel some work, especially in the side body of the side where my weight is, right? And that's what happens when we pick up this weight. This side is working, but we also don't realize that this side is doing a lot of work. This side is doing a bunch of stabilizing, so we don't do this. So when you come back, which is the movement we just did, we're going to reach down and then dip below. When we come back up, we're using this opposite side. So people hurt all sorts of places when they're carrying their heavy suitcase, but one of the places that gets sore or even strained in a bad way is the opposite side, because when they hoist up their 35-pound bag or more, they go like this, and they're using the opposite side the whole time. So that's, I think, just even good to know that when you're picking up that heavier weight, you're using both sides, but you're especially kind of stabilizing and working from the opposite side. I'm just going to do 2 more. And P.S., I am not working my shoulders. As you're coming back, if you're hiking your shoulder up, try and release that. This is not a shoulder exercise. This is an exercise for your obliques. Switch to the other side and see if you can work here on the same side, but work over here on the opposite side. On this side, I feel it first on the opposite side. If you have scoliosis or a weaker side period, this is a great exercise for you, because you can work your weaker side by holding something in the stronger side's hand. Just be careful of overworking or making this a shoulder exercise, because it's not. And also I'm really trying, I'm not in flexion or extension right now. I'm just trying to stand straight up at the best I can. Last two. One more. All right, bring it back. Weight to chest. Another little set of heel lifts here. Nice and easy. Get the legs all involved. Give the tush a little bit of a squeeze. And 10. 9. Even here, relax your shoulders. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then come all the way down. Okay? For our next set, I'm going to go back to the 8, working one side set. We're going to just do it a little bit differently. Another really functional movement. Okay? So I'm grabbing my 8-pound weight. And I'm just going to pretend a little bit like I picked up something that is heavier and I'm holding it and I'm kind of bringing it over and just going to put it down. Okay? Now, range of motion, going all the way to the ground for a heavier weight with range of motion considered through the spine, it could be a lot for you. So my suggestion is, once we get moving, if going to the ground is too far, come higher. Come over to a stair or a short table or a couple of yoga blocks, something like that, okay? You can easily make a thing for yourself so you're not going all the way down. All right, so here I am carrying this thing, just a quick awareness moment. You're using the other side just to be here. When you come, we're gonna do kind of like a simple squat to put this down. Bend your knees, put your weight down. I'm just gonna actually use this yoga block and see how it goes, and then come on up, and then we're just gonna pick up the weight with the other hand. It's a squat, it's a pick up when you come up. Sure, you're using this side, but just, again, the awareness there, and this is not a shoulder exercise. Send the booty back. Switch your hands, come up to stand, take a moment to reference both sides. And keep going here. Keep going, okay? I'm gonna grab another yoga block. All right. This could be a little wobbly. Yeah, it's better. So why did I do that? I did that because I have pain in my hips and my back, and I prefer to remain within a range of motion where I can avoid that discomfort for now. And I hope that you do the same. And I'm continuing every time I come up to think about both sides. It's not a lot of weight, right? But I'm gonna guess some of your grocery bags are heavier than 8 pounds or even 10, depending on what you got in there. A lot of kale. It's a lot of kale. And down. Tush squeeze. Don't forget about your tush squeeze. And just peek at your knees as you come up and down. Knees should hopefully be outward a little bit towards that 4th toe. Let's do a few more here. And 3. And 2. 2. 1. And 1. Okay. I'm going to put the weight off to the side, and we're going to do a few more of these sets with a different weight, but we're going to do a little bit of imaginative play for a minute. I'm going to do some imaginative jump roping. There's a few things you could do right now if you don't want to jump rope with me. You can always do a modified jumping jack. You can jog in place, maybe high knees. Okay, there's so many fun things you can do. I'm going to start with my favorite jump rope. I have a few. I took out my gold one today. It's really shiny and it lights up. And we're going to just get our heart pumping, okay? So Breathe. And if you start doing one thing and you want to move to another, the cool thing is you can. Two more minutes. I'm going to go back to my gold jump rope. I can pretend like it's Wonder Woman's lasso. That's gold. Almost there. I'm going back to my jog. Okay, for the next 30 seconds, we're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. Go. Almost there. And slow it down for 5. Slow it down for 4. Slow it down for 3. And 2. One more time. One more breath. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to take a quick drink of water and then we're going to do another set of picking up a heavier weight. This time I'm going to go to a 10. Okay. Why am I off to the side? I was so disturbed by my dog. I didn't know where to be. So distracting. Okay. She's quiet now. All right, so we're going to do the same exercise that we just did a moment ago, picking it up with one arm, putting it back, creating the awareness of both sides along the way. I've got my feet just alongside the blocks here. So I'm just trying to make them as even as possible. And toes are forward, stand tall. Send the booty back. And again, just have an awareness of your obliques when you come up. These are muscles that and your lats. We always overwork our shoulders when we pick up heavy things. We're always overworking. So many of us are overworking the shoulders. Okay, so try and chill there. It's a really hard thing to walk out of when you've carried so much tension there. I used to carry trays, a lot of trays when I was waitressing. And my shoulders were wrecked really early. So I had to retrain myself. I had to quit waitressing, first and foremost. I'm going to do this. This is another nice way to shorten your span of lift, reduce your range of motion. And we're going to do about 3 more sets here. and 3, 2, 2. I'm going pretty slow here. You can feel free to pick up your pace. This is just, I think, right for me. And one more each way. Good. Okay, before we do more cardio, we're going to do just a little bit more holding a weight and standing situation. I'm going to come back to this exercise. Instead of doing these side dips, a little bit of a different movement here, and we'll check in and see how it feels. I'm starting with the weight in my right hand. Feel free to increase or decrease the number that you are holding. It's up to you. Left arm, opposite arm out to the side. For me, it's my left. And I'm going to shift into my right foot, draw the abdominals in, pick up my left knee, put it down, shift, pick up my right knee, put it down, and left, and right. So along the way, what am I thinking? I'm trying not to be grippy in my right shoulder, first of all. Really easy to end up like this. At least 30% of a full class will be like this, even if I tell them 40 times to relax their shoulder. It's just because those muscles don't know how to relax. It's like our brains. You have to practice. Okay, so I'm thinking long arm and I'm thinking stable center. Obliques aware. The obliques are the side guys. If you're wobbly, that's great. Your body's doing exactly what it needs to do. Use something that you need to. For example, you can put your fingers, your left fingertips against the wall. If that's helpful, that's a really great way to continue to do it with a little bit of extra love. Okay, now come back and let's try the other side. Switch your weight first. Get a sense of how that feels. When you're ready, bring the arm out, stand tall, shift, knee up, and knee up, up, up. Nice deep breaths, and up, and 5, 4. Try to take those nice deep breaths. Ungrip your left shoulder. And 2. Mine wants to grip too, I promise you. 1 more. I can feel it. And then come all the way down. Okay, we're going to put the weight away for now. We're going to come back to a little bit more heart pumping. Moments that make your heart pump. I'm going to start with knees up, hands tap. I'm probably going to fluctuate between the knees tap, the little light jog, jump rope. I love that gold one. Maybe something else that I can think of. Those are the 3 that I'm going to choose. Okay? Ready? Okay, go for it. Keep going. My hair is way too heavy for this exercise. There we go. Play around with your pace, picking up your pace, slowing it down. Coming back here. Almost there. We're going to pick up the pace for the last 30 seconds. Ready? And go. 10 more seconds. And start to slow it down. Start to slow it down. Start to slow it down. And a breath. Nice. That was a little 3-minute break. Just in case you're wondering. Just gonna get my hair out of the way. Okay. We're coming back to the heavier weight one more time. I'm gonna grab the 8 for myself. We're gonna do a bit of a lunge, okay? I'm gonna come over to the wall so I can kind of keep my finger on the wall just for a little added support. You certainly don't have to do that. I may not end up using it, but it's nice to know that it's right there, okay? So I'm going to start by keeping my right leg back, and I'm going to step my left leg forward, and I'm going to bend my right leg. I'm going to come about halfway down, come up, and then I'm going to step back again. So be careful how far forward you go. And P.S. if the wall isn't good enough, use a chair. Sorry, I forgot to turn my ringer off. And it's definitely my mom. Okay. So left leg forward, down, up, and back. Again, left leg forward, down, up, and back. Left leg forward, down, up, and back. Forward, down, up, and back. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Other side. Other side. Now the left leg stays back. Standing tall before you move. This is why the other stuff is important. We just created awareness doing the other exercises about your obliques. Use your obliques in this kind of an exercise, whether or not you have one weight or two. Right leg forward, back. Right leg forward, and back. So maybe your range of motion isn't that far because it's challenging to step back again. And 5. And 4. And 3. 2. Ooh. 1 more. Nice. Okay. I'm going to take a minute here and put down this. Actually, this is the 8. I'm going to keep the 8. Never mind. We did a lunge set. Standing nice and tall. Hold your phantom weight in your right hand. If this is the wrong number, once we get moving, please switch it out for another number that makes sense for this next exercise, okay? Chest is nice and open, stand tall. Where are your obliques? How are they helping you? It's just a nice, easy bicep curl. And then a press up, and then right back down. And up. Down. 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. One more. All the way down other side. Start first, hold on with your left hand, hold on to your phantom weight with your right. Make sure your shoulders are fairly even. Obliques, there's that awareness there again. Bicep curl. And don't be afraid to change the weight from one side to the other. I know we want to keep ourselves even, but maybe this shoulder needs 5 pounds, or maybe this shoulder needs 10. I don't know. Or nothing. Maybe you've got scar tissue in this shoulder, and extending up in this way causes discomfort. Okay, for whatever reason, listen to your body. Last 5. And 4. Don't let momentum do this. And 3. And 2. Last one. And then come all the way down. Okay, we're gonna do one more set of that lunge thing, except a little bit different this time. I'm gonna come back to my right hand. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water because I'm just super thirsty. Okay. And so we just did a forward step. Okay, so what we're gonna do this time is keep lunge forward and hold it instead of coming back and forth. You can add that range of motion if you wanted to. I'm just gonna change it. I'm bringing my left leg forward, feet are hip distant. I can use the ball if I want to. Lift the back heel, straight spine, down, up, whoop, down. Good thing the wall was there. Almost fell over to the left. And up, down, and up. You really use both your legs. Notice your obliques. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come up and hold. Step your back foot in a little bit so you can get your heel down. Bend your front knee. Change the distance between your legs if you need to. Grab onto your weight with both hands and bring your weight to your chest. Press your right hip forward. We're hinging. I'm going to bring my chest towards my bent leg, sticking out my left booty, and then coming up. And we're going to do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And then I'm stepping forward. Ooh, left hip, left booty. Let's do the other side. I'm just gonna get centered for a second. I'm gonna do this next one facing forward so you can really see what I'm doing. So I had the left leg back. So now we're bringing the right leg back. Standing nice and tall, step forward with your right. Make sure your feet are about hip distant-ish. Back heel is lifted, chest is lifted. Hold your phantom weight. Down and up. Down. Five more. 5 and 4, 3, 2, Last one. Hold. Put the back heel down and bend the front knee. I'm bringing both hands to the weight and the weight to the chest. I'm just going to hold it right into my chest. I'm going to try and press my left hip forward a little bit and keep my right knee over my foot. Hinge. Stick your chest and your booty out. Belly is in. Hinge. So on the way up, I really end up feeling my right leg and booty and hip, all of that. And I'm breathing. Let's do 6 more. Yeah, so this side is weirder for me just because I also feel it in my back. If I go too far, I feel it in a way that doesn't feel quite so good. So I'm just going to reduce my range of motion and work so I can find the booty and work that. Last 3, 2, whoop. Oh geez, 2, last one, and come up. All right. Okay, guess what? I don't really want to do the last set of cardio. I'm just going to be completely honest, but here we are. Here for it. We're going to start in 10 seconds. We're going to do whatever we want. I'm going to start with my favorite jump rope. In 4, 3, and 2. Even here, depending on which move you're doing, try and relax your shoulders a little bit, okay? Relax your shoulders. Almost there. Ooh, I forgot about tushy kickers. Tushy kickers. I do it like this. Oh, I hate those. I hate those. Ready? Pick up the pace for the next 30 seconds. I'm going to jog. Almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and start to roll it back. We're going to stretch just a little, and then you'll be free. Free happy to be you. Okay, that was exciting. All right, let's take a stretch. That was exciting. Let's come all the way down. The payoff moment. Isn't that nice? Okay. I'm going to cross my left leg over my right. And there's a few things you can do here. Whenever I do stretches, I just want to remind you that if we get to one that just like doesn't do anything for you, then just do something else. Or if you need to modify it, you'll do that too. Okay, so first I'm going to bring both of my legs in towards me. Then I'm going to hold on behind my right leg. And this will be a deep stretch for my left tushy hip area. You can move your legs gently right and left as you breathe. And that should feel nice, sort of like a 360 stretch in that left hip. You'll get more of a whole stretchy feeling across the whole hip. Don't go too far, because then you'll fall over and then you'll have to like do all that work to get back up again. One more. And then come back to the center. And I'm going to switch over to the other leg. Whew. Okay, I'm going to come back to the center. And now I'm going to bring my feet wide and my knees wide. And I'm going to bring both knees to the right. Try and relax your forehead and your jaw and your shoulders. And then carefully come through the center over to the other side. And then when you're ready, come back to the center. And now I'm going to do a full twist stretch. I'll bring my knees over to one side, my arms out wide. I'm going to bend my elbows in this goalpost or cactus shape. And then I will reluctantly move over to the other side, even though I felt like I could potentially fall asleep. Ooh. Such a deep stretch. Give yourself another deep breath or two. And then you can roll out of it. Come on up to sit. Ooh, that was a very deep stretch for me today. Maybe because we worked our side muscles so much today. I don't know. And I'm going to come up to stand just in whatever way, like this. And stand nice and tall. Just a deep breath with kind of snow angel arms. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale back down. Quick little ear to shoulder. And ear to shoulder. We did it. That'll be my first single hit. First and only. Have a great day.